According to Family First Aid, just in the United States, over 5.7 million people have been involved in bullying, either as the bully or the victim. And according to bully statistics, suicide is the third leading cause of death among many young people, resulting in about 4,400 deaths per year. And just about 160,000 students miss school every day because of bullying and in fear of being repeatedly bullied. Telling someone that they're ugly, they're fat, and they're stupid are some of the many words that can hurt another person, either physically and or emotionally. It can make them feel worthless and make them think of suicidal thoughts, thinking that maybe not living is better for themselves and for everyone else. As we all already know, bullying is unwanted aggressive behavior among people involving a real or perceived power imbalance. Bullying can occur in all different forms, such as verbal bullying, social bullying, physical bullying, and due to advanced technology, cyberbullying. Some of the many reasons why people are bullied may be due to their weight problem, their disability, whether it's mentally or physically, or people who are or perceived as homosexual, bisexual, transsexual, or transgender. According to nobully.com, victims of bullies can suffer from short-term or long-term consequences, such as showing signs of fatigue, insomnia, shaking hands, and loss of appetite. It can also cause them to be withdrawn and introverted, wanting to miss school and think about suicide, because often victims would suffer in silence and blame themselves. As we already know, bullying occurs in many different forms and can lead to suicide. It has become pervasive all over the world, being one of the many reasons people face depression and death. If you are a parent, there are many things or ways that you can help to prevent bullying. If you have children, you can talk to a child about bullying and the consequences that may arise. You can encourage them to not share information online and to build their self-esteem, because most bullies have a low self-esteem. If you are a child that's being bullied or know someone that's being bullied, there are three things that you can do about bullying. The first thing to do is to speak up, because no one really knows what occurs in another person's life, even if they are your parents, because even if they do, they may be a couple steps behind. So by speaking up, you should seek a trusted family, friend, or family for help. Tell an adult whom you can trust, whether it's your teacher, your counselor, your coach. And if possible, try to stay in a group, because if you are alone, bullies will come and attack you. But if you are in a group, most likely they will stay away from you. The second thing you can do is to do nothing about it and allow the bully to continue, which this is what most victims consider doing. And the third thing to do is to fight back the proper way. Now this, I do not mean a physical fight, but when the bully first starts to bully you, you should try to avoid them and ignore them at all costs, because in the beginning they may find you fun to bully with, but if you show no signs of being bullied to them, then they will leave you alone. And if they decide to tease you, or just do something that a bully would do in front of your classmates or a group of people, then you can try and beat the ego, such as make fun of them in front of the crowd, since most bullies are mentally weak. And if you have already done all of this and the bully still decides to fight, then you should go ahead and fight back. But most importantly, it is important to defend yourself. I would also like to share a bully and suicidal story. It is Steven's Uri's story. This young boy, he was a sensitive and artistic kid who loved skateboarding, baseball, music, his family, and his dog. He was a small child who was a little different from everyone else, and he didn't quite fit in school. He was the target of teasing, and it escalated to a level he could no longer handle when he was in 7th grade. One day, the bully set him on fire with a lighter and an aerosol can of body spray. They recorded the attack and posted it on the internet. Later that evening, while his mother was prepping food, he took his own life. His mother found him in his room when he hung himself, when she told him to go wash up for dinner. Steven's parents were aware of the severity of the bullying about a month ago and had already met the school board, filed police reports, and made plans to remove him from the school. They stated that they either found out too late or that they did not act fast enough, and that the teachers and staff made no plans or procedures to stop and identify the abuse. Bullying. It's all fun and games until someone commits suicide, creating a deep scar in another person's heart who holds them dearly. Bullying cannot be stopped with only one person. Only as a whole, only as a group, can bullying be stopped and can the rate of bullying be decreased. So next time before you decide to say something not nice or do something that a bully would do, think about it. Think about it if someone was to say that to you, do that to you, or do that to someone who is dear to you, pushing you towards the very last limit you have or theirs. How would you feel about it? And just as everyone has heard of the quote, "Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me," in this case, it is not true. It hurts. It really does.